and I said, hey, listen, if you got a testimony, because we had a couple that we're going to do today, they ended up switching to next week. So I was looking for some new testimonies. And when I did that, I couldn't believe what everybody was posting. Did you guys see that? Let me show it to you real quick. And we've got some great testimonies coming on tonight. We've got some health testimonies, and we actually have some business testimonies. So we're going to have both of those tonight if you're interested in learning more about the business aspect of LifeWave. We love that. But the first thing I want to show you is when I did go out there and put it on social media, literally just went out there and put it on there a couple hours ago, maybe. And I said, hey, who's got a testimony they'd like to share? Did you guys read the comments on these things? You know, I always say you can get an education from reading comments. How many of you realize that? So I said this, and check out some of these comments. And I think some of these beautiful people are actually going to be on tonight sharing with us. But I love Tanielle Arneson. That is Trina Arneson's daughter. These guys are amazing, amazing human beings. And they are at a rodeo in Utah. And the bottom line is they are incredible. They're passionate. Hang on a second. Nike's excited. Truett's got to take her downstairs. They're patching horses. They're patching people. And it's so much fun. Check out this one. Ron, Carrie, I wonder if Ron is on here. If you are, Ron, we're going to have you unmute yourself. My 97-year-old father-in-law, 97, guys, come on. You know this. I mean, we are busting people out of hospice like Eddie and Crystal, but my 97-year-old father-in-law went from handshaking so bad I had to feed him to feeding himself in 6 hours with the X39 and X49. Wow, wow, and Eon. Isn't that incredible? Danusha, I think Danusha is going to be on here tonight. She's an awesome woman, awesome health advocate, just a great mom, loves natural health and healing. But she used to go to the chiropractor 3 times a week, she says, for migraines. She had migraines all the time. She's now gone 2 times a year only, and no more migraines for the last year, right? Her brain is finally functioning, and she's adding Celergize. The chronic fatigue is gone. Dawn Cornett, who's a great contributor in our group, a great leader. This woman said, I had rheumatoid arthritis for over 45 years. Are you kidding? RA for 45 years, and now I have no pain. Plus a whole list of other things, you guys. Nina, check this out. Nina Spancers, I'm hoping she was going to be on tonight. I started using LifeWave to reverse aging, which worked great. But then 90 days later, when I went to the dentist and had my blood pressure taken, it was 126/76. And it's been the same, sometimes less even, as it was in my 30s. She's in her mid-60s. I've got off meds I was taking for high blood pressure. Sometimes her blood pressure when she was taking those meds was 180/90. I was told I'd have to stay the medication for the rest of her life. Well, everything changed when she put that patch on, you guys. Is that amazing, or is that amazing? How about Debbie? She reversed her osteoporosis back to osteopenia after patching with the X39 and X49. She's actually been off her osteoporosis medication. How awesome is that? And then, of course, Cassandra, did you guys see this? My son went from this, and you can see what was going on with his spine there, right? Did you guys see that one? Amazing, amazing testimony. Check this out. He's back, and this is her son now. Oh, looks like his spine is better. Praise the Lord. Thank you, David Schmidt, right? Amazing, you guys. So this is just like a drop in the bucket. I literally posted this a few hours ago, hoping I could get a couple people to hop on and share. And I thought, well, if nothing else, I'm going to show you where to find all the testimonies because they are so, so powerful. So by the way, that's at LifeWave Wellness Warriors. If you're brand new on here tonight, welcome to the party. And this is the party of miracles, of joy. You know, Scott and I have a real goal with our team, and I'm wondering if you guys can help us. And if you can, I want you to raise your hand if you think you can help us. Our goal is between this month, July 2025 to July 2026, to have 1 million miracles in our team. Now, raise your hand if you think you can contribute to that. Do you know anybody who needs a miracle? Raise your hand if you know anybody who needs a miracle. Maybe it's a health miracle. Maybe it's a financial miracle. Maybe it's both. Most people need both, right? So, I mean, how many of you guys think you can get one? Can you get two? Can you get five? I said to Scott, I think we should put a number on how many miracles people are going to be bringing in, because I feel like this really is it. We have our hands on something so incredible, so powerful, so special, right? So again, I'm at LifeWave Wellness Warriors. If you guys are not on that Facebook group yet, join it tonight. It is a powerful Facebook group to be in. We discuss the patches. We discuss, of course, X39. That is the patch that we always lead with, because that is the one that creates the most miracles in everybody's life. But we do talk about the other patches. Listen, David Schmidt is a genius. He has over 201 patents in regenerative medicine. Do you guys know what regenerative medicine is? Let's talk about it for a second. Allopathic medicine is like the medicine of pills and prescriptions and surgeries. That's that kind of old juggernaut model. And then there's this new model that we're part of, that you're part of. It's called regenerative medicine. And what that means is God designed our bodies to heal. Raise your hand if you believe that. You probably do, because you're on here tonight. So that's regenerative medicine. And so does our founder, David Schmidt. So David has over 201 patents, not just in patches, guys. I mean, the patches are amazing. He's got so many, patents on that, but he has 201 patents in regenerative medicine. So that means this healthcare arm that says the body is a healing machine designed by God. Let's give it the right light. Let's give it the right frequency to be able to heal, restore, and regenerate. So how blessed are all of us that we get to be part of that? All right. Well, I look for my special guest. I see Trina's on, and she can introduce who she brought on tonight. But before that, I'm going to show you a quick video, just in case you're a brand new guest on here tonight. If you've never been on a Testimony Thursday, you're in for a treat. They are always amazing. But I'm going to share with you my screen, and I'm going to take you over to a quick website, because some of you may need more information after this meeting. You might say, Renita, I need more information after this meeting. And if that's you, there's a great website. I want all of you to write it down right now. This is it info. Now, This Is It Info is a free website that all of you can go to. You can send your friends to, your sister to, your brother to, your next door neighbor to, and they can go there and they can educate themselves about X39. That is what this website is all about, is the power of this incredible phototherapy technology, this regenerative healthcare that we're all part of. We're teaching people to get away from the pills and to activate their healing with their bodies with light. And so we're just going to watch a very quick video here. It's at the very top, and it's called What is Phototherapy? So if you've never heard of phototherapy in your life, this is a quick 2-minute video that explains what is phototherapy. Because when I started, I didn't know.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. LifeWave. Live long. live well.
I love it, you guys. So that is the first video there. And the reason I'm showing you that video is because it's right there at the top of thisitinfo.com. So when you go there, that was we didn't watch the first one. That one's about 3 minutes or 2 minutes. It says there 2:07. We watched the one that was 1:48 right below it. But all of these videos, how about this one with David Schmidt, the founder? Learn from the genius himself about how does X39 work, right? So cool. I think that's about an 8-minute video. As you scroll down, you can learn from medical doctors. If you're a person who really wants to hear the opinion of a medical doctor, trust me, we've got thousands of them on our team. So we've got Dr. Leland Stillman. He does an amazing job talking about it. And as you scroll down, everybody, you're going to get all kinds of things from the patents to the long-term results, more with David Schmidt talking about it. Every one of these is on the same website. This is it info. I have not left that website. And as I scroll down, you're going to get the different medical doctors sharing their testimonies and how it's helped their patients. Wow, wow, wow. And then a great thing that maybe some of you may or may not know is if you go to the very top of This Is It info and you click on testimonials, and you might have a question in your own mind. You might be saying, well, what is this going to do for my sleep? What is this going to do for my eyeballs, right? What is it going to do? And when you do that, guess what's going to happen is you are going to literally have all kinds of, what is this thing? You're going to have all kinds of great testimonies at the testimony tab, even on children, neuropathy, energy, stroke, I mean, you name it. So when you click on any one of those tabs, it's going to open up a brand new tab there. And all kinds of videos are going to be on there. So then you don't just hear from Renita Brannon, you get to learn from these people literally all over the world how this patch technology is helping them. Okay. So if you've not used that resource, This Is It info, I'm here to tell you it would be an amazing resource for you to use from here on out. It's a great thing to share with your team and with people that might have questions. Maybe you can't answer. Maybe you're brand new tonight and you say, I don't know the answers to these questions. Well, guess what? When you come to This Is It info, all of the questions are going to be answered on that website. Okay. Everybody got it? Anybody on here? Let me see if I can find my friend Trina. I knew she was going to be on tonight. Let me see if I can find Miss Trina Arneson. There she is. This girl is a cowgirl. So if you guys are cowgirls, you're going to love this one. You know what I said to my husband? You know what people need to do? Sponsor some cowgirls and cowboys. You know why? They're gritty. They're gritty. They fall off the horse. They get back on, baby. Trina, can you share a little bit about, I know you had invited a couple guests on tonight. Let me add the pin with you there. How are you doing? Where are you at?
We are in Rock Springs, Wyoming, at the National High School Finals, rodeo finals. So
come on.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is a pretty cool opportunity. There are 1,900 contestants and there are over 7,000 people just in this one rodeo place.
Wow.
Yeah, there's horse trailers everywhere, horses everywhere. There's a lot of dirt and a lot of rocks flying around outside right now. So anyways, but yeah.
So
yeah,
Tyon competes again in the morning. So
yes,
she's got her son's name is Tyon Rope.
Tyon Rope. Yep.
That's his name. Do you think the guy is destined to win national titles? I'm guessing he probably is with that name. Tyon Rope sounds like a national title winner in my book. So he's doing pretty good. He's feeling good. His spirits are good. His body feels good. Yep. So we can all be praying and cheering for Tyon. Yeah. Everybody think about, give him a little prayer and a little good intention and shout out as he's continuing to compete in the national. Say it again. Say the title of where you're at.
It's the the high school national finals rodeo. Yep.
High school national finals rodeo.
Yeah.
Champions race champions. Trina, you're looking at her. She was a state champion down South Dakota. Tell them your title. What did you win down there? I think you won it a couple times.
It was the South Dakota Rodeo Association. Yep. I won the mixed team roping.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a big deal. I don't have that title. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. I mean, you're falling off horses, getting back on and running up hills down in South Dakota and Wyoming, all over the place. Like, I love it. So Trina, you've been in this business a while and you are having great success physically, financially, you're growing a team. And I'm just going to ask you a couple questions because I know you won the last 2 free trips. You went to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. You went to Punta Mita, Mexico with Tyon, which was amazing. and you're growing a large team. And the crazy thing is, Trina, if you guys don't know this about her, she lives in a little tiny, oops, I don't want the whiteboard on. I didn't do that. Let me see how to do that. Get off the whiteboard. Okay. Let me see. Let me, hey, Mary Tack, stop that. Let me get you out of there. If not, we're going to have to get Mary Tack off,
Yeah.
whoever Mary is. All right. The bottom line is you literally have had a great, great testimony with the business model. All right. And so tell me a little bit about what's going on with that.
The 30% increase that I got.
Yeah. So
Trina
Trina is out there patching, sharing, experiencing miracles. We had a couple people that I think hopefully some of your people can get on. They have had tremendous success.
Right.
But she literally had won a contest or a prize that LifeWave was giving, where they gave people a bonus financially if they saw, what was it, a 30% increase in your volume of your team, right?
Right.
Trina won that. She got that, you guys. So this woman who lives in, I'm just going to say, you kind of live in the boondocks.
Yeah.
You know, my mom used to sing that song for us as a kid, Down in the Boondocks. Okay. You live down in the boondocks. You kind of live a long way from people, right? And so you have to get in the car, the truck, the dually to drive to these events to help and serve and love others, to patch them. I mean, you literally have to drive hours sometimes to get to see people and patch them, right?
Yeah.
And you are so great at doing that. So tell us, you got that bonus and that 30% increase. What do you think was key with getting that?
I think just sharing, letting people know and sharing the testimonies. I think testimonies are huge to this business. I mean, you can't go wrong with testimonies. When you tell somebody a testimony, I mean, their eyes, their face, you just see that expression. They're like, how does that patch do that? And they want to ask more. They want to know more. So then you've got them, I mean, that's what I found anyways. And where we live, meetings, having that face-to-face meeting to me is huge, because every meeting we have, everybody that comes signs up. It's just easy. And I'm all about face-to-face versus calling or texting or whatever. I would way rather have a meeting and be right there to talk to that person face to face, because they really know I care, and
and you do.
and I care about them. Yeah. So,
and
you want them to feel better.
We want to, I was just going to say, we actually want people to win with their health, right? Trina's a lot like me. We have very much a natural undertone with our families. Like, we like natural health. We prefer the patches over pills. We're always going to patch first. We want to implement that with our children so they understand they don't got to run to the drug lords. They can literally use the patch technology and increase their quality of life, their performance, their recovery time, their sleep. They can heal faster. If they got aches and pains, we're patching for it, guys. I mean, that's just how our families work. And the beautiful thing about Trina, she's also patching horses. Okay. Do you want to say anything about the horse? Because we got some rodeo people on here. I'm sure next week we're going to have more rodeo people. Tell us what's going on with these horses.
So my son's calf horse is 24, and that's old in horse years. He's pretty much at the end of being used, but he still works amazing. And before we started our regionals, I just started patching him with X39, and then I would leave it on for 2 days, and then I would take it off and I put AccuLife on him. And I've been doing that the whole time. So it's probably been a month, and I'm still doing it down here because they're stalled. He's stalled on concrete down here. I had to pay $350 for come to over $1,000 for these mats that are this thick, these foam mats for him to stand on for the 8, 9, 10 days we're down here, because he's in a stall. So it's very important down here. You have to get him out. You have to ride him. Circulation is huge. And then the funny thing is, I told this on my live the other day, we have a bucket with salt in it. We have the Redmond's salt in there for him. We bought electrolytes. Yep, electrolytes. The
horses need it too.
Yep. And then I've been patching him, and he is working like tying rope in a jackpot last night. And Melvin and I are like, his horse is 24 and he's working better than most horses down here. I mean, at the rodeo, Tying's first calf, Tying actually got off and went down there and fell on top of his calf, and his horse is still pulling the calf and Tying both backwards. That's how good his horse is working at age 24. And I was in the stall the other day. We were brushing his mane so Tyan could braid it. And I told my husband, I said, look at this. Look at how long his mane is. I think
Wow.
I think the 39, his mane has grown. So and I was pretty impressed with that. So yeah.
A 24-year-old
Anyways,
horse performing like the young guns,
yeah, he is.
growing the mane
And
out.
so,
And
yeah, it's
hey, you
pretty
know what?
awesome.
Thank God for that extra bonus so you could buy those pads for the horse to stand on. Bring
Right.
on the money. That's what I
I know
say.
it. Exactly. Yeah, you got to do whatever you can when they're old to take care of them. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I always say, you
yeah,
know what, with our animals, like how many of you know if we have dogs, cats,
yeah.
horses, like it's like I don't care how much it's going to cost. Like, let's
Right.
just get our animals well and feeling good like we do, right?
Yeah.
Trina,
Yeah.
you're
So
such a blessing. I'm actually
yeah,
going to be down in South Dakota. I'm heading down there for an event that Trina's going to be having on the 20. Tell me the date of it again.
27th.
27th. We're going to be down in South Dakota, you guys. So if you know people in South Dakota, it's going to be down in the Rapid City area.
Spearfish.
Uh, Spearfish area,
Yeah.
better yet, because Spearfish is so pretty.
Yeah.
Spearfish area. So if you guys know anybody in Spearfish, South Dakota, get a hold of me. We'll get you the information to get down. But Trina, again, I mean, this woman who lives literally, her population of her city is 80 people, but it's not a city. She's like a
Right
ranch
now.
woman. She's like a ranch woman. And when I found out her kids had to drive an hour each way to school, that says it all. I mean, they're down in the boondocks, right? And so when this woman is growing her business and winning incentives, she's winning trips. She's won the last 2 incentive trips. So when people say, how do you win the trips? I'm like, be like Trina. You know, you just got to go get it. You got to care enough to patch people. You got to drive to these locations. You got to go there. Like you said, you like face to face because you know what? When you're telling the story, when you're patching people, the results are undeniable. Sometimes when we get those people out of pain, I mean, remember our last meeting in South Dakota? That lady
Yeah.
you told me was
Yeah.
one of the last women that would come up and like let herself be patched and give a testimony because she's a little conservative. And
Right.
once you know it, she was at the front of the room, you guys, and we got this woman out of pain. And by the time, I mean, she couldn't even lift her arm because she had fallen on the ice. And guess what? She goes back to the room. She's in the back of the room going like this with the arm. And I'm like, well, I guess that's better. And so, I mean, because it was just had an ice storm in South Dakota that morning. But anyway, the bottom line is like results don't lie. Whether it's the 24-year-old horse or the story I just told, results don't lie, you guys. So sometimes you just got to get in front of people and make it happen. Trina, do you have anybody on here that is willing to share? I know you invited a couple people. Tell me who's on here.
I think it's Ron Carey Howie.
Oh, I
She should be on
see.
here. Yeah,
Yes,
she's
yes.
got a good one.
She's a good one. Let me get her on here. Hey, how are you? Ask to unmute. Let me unmute you, baby. Ask to unmute. And then when I ask that, just click on mute.
Okay,
can you hear me?
I'm good.
I can.
I am good.
Gosh, girl, you're looking good. I haven't seen you in a bit. I love it. Hey, would you share with everybody exactly what's happened with your life, your family? I mean, you got some great stuff going on.
Yeah. When we first started the patches, I got onto them for my husband because he was bone on his knee. And he drives truck. We were getting ready to do the fall run, hauling cattle. And I knew he was going to need something, and I didn't want to use any more ibuprofen and Tylenol. And I literally stumbled across the patch. I prayed about it, found it on one of Trina's posts. And in September, we started them. And I heard him on his phone talking to somebody in October. And he said, I don't know what these stickers are that Carrie's got me on, but I'm not hurting. I'm gonna drive all the way to Minnesota. And he did.
Wow.
And so that was, our first win, big win. And then one night we were at home and he said, you know what, Carrie, my sciatic nerve is not bothering me anymore. He had his hip replaced in 2014, and ever since he had that replaced, his sciatic nerve bothered him all the time.
Wow.
And so that was what got us started. But I'm really excited because Ron's dad turns 97 the end of this month. And about 2 weeks ago, or less than 2 weeks ago, he was shaking so bad with his hands that he couldn't feed himself anymore. And I was having to fix his meal and feed him and get him, ready for bed. I mean, he couldn't snap his shirt, he was really feeling inadequate. And so he said to me one day, he said, "What about these patches, Carrie? Do you think they might help my hand?" And I had been praying that he would ask about them.
My gosh.
And I said, "Well, Dad, I'll bring them down in the morning," because this was in the afternoon when he asked me. I said, "I will bring them down in the morning and we'll give it a try." So his skin is so paper thin. I was really worried about that. But I put his X49 on the back of his shirt collar, and I put X39 on the waistband of his pants.
Get this, you guys. She's not even putting it on the skin.
Right.
Like, I love this. I love this, Carrie.
And then I put Eon on his hand, the one that shakes the worst, the one he uses the most, his right hand. So this is 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. We sat down to eat lunch, and I had learned to make things kind of sticky and so they'd stay on the spoon better. And I dished up his bowl, and we all sat down, and Ron looked across at him and he goes, "Wow, Dad, you're not shaking very much." And Raymond said, "Isn't that amazing?" Renita, that was maybe 4 to 5 hours later.
OMG. Thank you, Lord. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What a
yeah.
blessing. What a blessing.
And the
Wow.
next day at noon, again, when we were eating, he held up his hand and he said, "Look here." And there wasn't a tremor, there wasn't a shake at
Wow.
all. And he's been wearing them every day since. And he's also been drinking Celergize with me. I
Good.
bring it down in the morning, I mix it up for him. It takes him all day to drink
drink
that
it.
because he also has to drink, stuff from cranberry juice and lots of water. And so, but he sips on that all day long. It's right by his chair. So
Yeah.
that is my most recent testimony, and I'm just thrilled about it. Just thrilled.
Oh, I'm just thrilled that you took time to share with us. I mean, you're such a beautiful woman, and I'm so thankful for your willingness to share. You just never know how your story is going to inspire somebody. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm inspired each week, so I'm like, gosh, well, I'm inspired. What's everybody else thinking, right? And so I just think to myself, like, I mean, he's nearly 97, you guys. Are you catching this? And I love the willingness of this man. I love him because he said, "Hey, what about that patch?" Right? Maybe we should
Right.
take a look at that type deal, and just the willingness to be able to try something different, right? That's what I think is so powerful, especially in the elderly when they're like 96, 97, and they're like, "Let's give it a whirl." For me, that's where it's at because I'm like, they're open to healing, they're open to getting better, right? They're not just caught in that rut of stinking thinking, saying, "Well, this is how it is. I'm gonna die like this." It's like, no, what if this patch can reverse for regenerate whatever needs to happen? And I love that you've added in the Celergize because I think that supplement rocks. Listen, my 16, 18, and 25-year-olds who are specimens of health literally say, "Mom, I feel different drinking that every day." Right? And so when my kids are saying that, we know it's going to have a positive effect in combination with the patches for the elderly. Of course it is, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
way to go. That was a great idea to start the Celergize on him as well, because that's just good hydration as he's healing his body. Wow, Carrie, you're a blessing. Everybody give it up for Carrie tonight. I feel like that is just
Thank
such a
you.
powerful testimony. I remember you telling the story in South Dakota about your husband when when you were at some truck stop somewhere. I think it
Yes.
was Minnesota, maybe. Was it Minnesota?
Yes,
And
it
you
was.
said, yeah, yeah. And somebody in Minnesota said to your husband, "Well, you must have had that knee surgery because your walking looks so damn good." And then tell that story because that was so
Okay.
powerful.
Yeah, he said, I thought you were going to call me when you had your knee surgery. I could truck for you or whatever. And Ron said, I haven't had my knee surgery. And he said, what? You're walking better than you did last year when I saw you here.
Yeah,
And Ron said, yeah, it's these patches Carrie's got me on. He actually, Renita, has sold a lot of patches for me. I mean,
truckers. We got to get with the truckers. These guys,
exactly.
like they're delivering our goods across our country. They're sitting in these trucks. Guys, we got to go after the trucking community, right? Because all of
Absolutely.
them need it, right? We know they need it. They sit so long.
Yeah.
That's like painful for their joints, right? And
The
so
majority of them complain about sciatic nerve. And of
yeah,
course,
they're sitting.
you're sitting and you're just pushing that pedal. I
Wow.
know, I sit in that truck and do the same thing and it gets tiring.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, you
So,
guys, I'm going to start going and eating at truck stops. This is my
good
new
idea.
marketing.
Well, maybe
Carrie,
not eating, Renita, just go and visit.
okay, I'll go and have a cup of coffee and visit with the truckers.
There you
You
go.
guys, this is powerful what she's telling us between the trucking community and then her elderly father-in-law. Thank you, Jesus, that you are a
Amen.
healer and you're still getting people well at all ages. I love that. Carrie, you're a blessing. Thanks for hopping on tonight
You
last minute.
bet.
I just
I'll see
enjoy
you
you.
Sunday.
I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you soon in South Dakota. God bless you, girl. Take care.
Okay.
All right. You guys, are we blessed and highly favored or what? I mean, when you're hearing these stories of these incredible people, I mean, we are so blessed and highly favored. I saw my friend Danusha was on. I'm wondering, Danusha, I saw you commenting. Where you at, girl? I need you to share because this gal's a firecracker. Let me get her on here. Let me pin you up. I'm trying to get better.
Surprise
I'm trying to
me.
get better. I see you. I can see you. Okay. Does everybody see Danusha? Okay, I think they do.
I don't know. Okay, I'm
I hope
so
so.
glad I'm like somewhat decent right now.
You look beautiful. So Danusha is amazing. She lives down in 30A, the place that I want to be moving and buying a home in. Her and her husband Chris are amazing. Chris, they won the free trip to Punta Mita, Mexico, so they were with us down there. They are just lovers of the Lord and just doing God's work on earth, getting people well, getting people, back to that state of joy. So Danusha, tell us what it's done for you because I love that because so many people, including me, would be going to the chiropractor. And I love my chiropractor. Don't get me wrong. I love chiropractic. I would be going all the time.
Yeah.
Right. So what has happened since you started patching?
Yeah. So, just a background story a little bit. I have a pretty sensitive neck. My necks are supposed to be like this. Mine's backwards. And I've recovered from PTSD, 2 concussions. And then the final was I grew up surfing and somehow I had like the worst accident and I dove headfirst into a sandbar. I think the tide changed while I was out there. And anyway, I didn't realize how shallow it was. And it was headfirst, the largest. It's like if you take a water bottle and you just crunch it, that's what sounded like in my neck. So to say that I'm sensitive and I'm highly aware of brain activity is an understatement. So I'm highly, highly aware of brain activity. So when I first put the X39 on the back of my neck, I actually put it on at nighttime and I used it at night for the longest time because I woke up in the morning at 6 a.m. ready to conquer the world. It didn't normally take me like 3 hours for everything to kind of slowly kick in. So that was my first put it on my neck. And all of a sudden, I woke up in the morning like, whoa. And that was my one patch wonder moment. So I knew, I was like, what is this thing? My brain is functioning. Oh my goodness. So I kept patching at nighttime because I was getting the best sleep. And then I realized when I started waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I was ripping it off my neck going, I don't need it anymore at nighttime. Let's put it on during the day.
Danusha, I want you to know I had that same exact testimony. I too began because my only problem I had when I started was I didn't sleep. So I thought, well, I'm going to wear this thing at night. because I don't sleep good, right?
And you get the best, deepest sleep.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's so amazing. So, but then after, same thing happened when I started sleeping through the night, and then all of a sudden I started waking up again at like 5 a.m. I'm like, okay, I think my sleep is set. I think I need to wear during the day now. And just like you, I switched it then to daytime hours.
And then I was drinking tons of water. So then I started, now I'm obsessed with the aloe vera at nighttime. I'm just aloe vera at nighttime. Oh, so good. So basically we were traveling for a long time and I had to go chiropractor and finding chiropractors. And I can just tell if my neck is off, if it pops the wrong way, if I sleep on the wrong pillow, it will like shift. So I was going to the chiropractor, you know, they say 3 times a week, you got to get it strong and you got to rebuild and you got to rebuild. And I'm like, okay, let's do this again. And, you know, there was just progress, but I was still going back. And then I reduced it to 2 times a week and I was still going back and I've been patching. And then all of a sudden, I was also getting migraines, by the way. Like there was times where my husband actually had to carry me to the chiropractor because my spine was so messed up and I was so debilitated. And I was like, anyway.
And this happened after the diving incident, really, because you dove, you crunched the neck. And thank God you didn't break your neck.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It was that bad.
Yeah. I believe it. When you're talking about it, I'm like, oh, that sound. I know that sound. I've had that with certain things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God my neck is still good. So I understand that. And so this really, the headaches and the constant chiropractic care was really post-dive.
Post-dive. Yeah. Yep. And there was previous stuff before. So it was just like the cherry on top. So, you know, sometimes I'd wake up in my brain, I'd be like, what am I doing? Like 1 + 1 did not equal 2. And so it was taking all the power that I had to even speak words out of my mouth. Like this right now, having a conversation with my brain going and my cognitivity and it coming out of my mouth was so challenging for me. So it's been a very transformation as far as my spine and my brain. So sure enough, about almost a year ago, my migraines totally gone. I was getting them monthly, put out for 4 days, couldn't even function. I mean, the worst of the worst. And then all of a sudden gone. And all of a sudden, like it just was like boom, 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 boom. And then I wasn't going to the chiropractor. I've gone to the chiropractor twice in a year, you guys.
Okay, and if you're a chiropractor on here, because I see Doc Sorrell and he was a chiropractor. Like, we love the chiropractors, by the way. You are our favorite people. We love you. We love you. Yeah. But the truth is if we can use this patch in addition to the chiropractic care and lessen the chiropractic care, we're all about that.
That's my number one. If anyone says anything, I'm like, when was the last time you went to the chiropractor? I love my chiropractors. I have great relationships with all of them that I've had over my years. But, you know, my last one was like, I don't want to see you. I love you, but I don't want to see you. And I'm like, well, I'm going to keep patching and I'm going to keep coming here. And sure enough, those stem cells just did what they needed to, and the strength and everything just lined up. And so I'm just praise God. I mean, seriously,
you're sharp as a tack. When I'm sitting here listening to you, you're sharp, sharp, sharp.
Yeah.
So you're not missing a beat cognitively.
No.
I mean, if there was anything going on before, like we're not witnessing it right now. So it's amazing.
And I can sleep in funky positions. I can go on the, on the bed weird and be like, oh, I'm fine. There's no pain. I mean, there's, actually last week I kind of it went pop and I was like, ooh, an inflammation, and then didn't go into a migraine. So I just have to keep the inflammation down and I'm good, especially during certain times of the month. So it's kind of going, okay, this is how my body's reading. But I will tell you guys, if you have not tried the Celergize yet, I'm on a whole nother level. Literally,
I agree.
That supplement,
I agree with what you're saying right here.
Patches, my brain, I mean, I'm cooking. From like, I don't know if any PTSD stuff, like your post, all the things. Anyway, when your brain's not registering and you cannot function and do 10 things at once. So I know very well when I'm cooking dinner, taking calls on the phone, doing laundry, doing 10 things, literally just bing, 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 bing. I mean, like, whatever you want to call it, ADHD, but when I'm a functioning ADHD, zipping around the house and I'm able to go and not crash, I'm just like,
you're like Superwoman. You're like Superwoman.
I'm seriously like Superwoman again. I'm trying to be like, this is it. This is it. The patch and the Celergize. And I'm just like, when's that water coming out?
I'm so crazy about the Cellergize. I mean, I'm doing videos on it now and we've got the boys on it. I mean, like for me, I'm all about patterns and routine and habits. Like I'm that person. So every morning I get up, I walk out, I hit the water machine, it gives me my water. I put the 2 scoops of Cellergize in it. I hammer it back. It's number one thing I do in the morning. I mean, it's just how I'm living my life now.
Hands
And
down.
so
I'm just
it's
like,
amazing.
I
I
cannot
feel like
run
I'm
out.
ticking. I mean, just no pain in my body. I feel like I'm younger. I feel like I'm leaner. I feel like, I mean, everything is like, just like ticking, you know what I mean?
It
So
is ticking.
it's so,
Like, I don't work out as much as you, Renita. You know, I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. I'm getting my
you're
energy
great.
back to work out. It's gonna
Yeah.
get there.
Come on.
But I'm honestly, you guys, I'm losing weight. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like my skin is getting tighter. I feel like my cellulite and things are just getting a little more leaner because I'm kind of like, oh my gosh. And I haven't changed anything.
Right.
It's
Except
just
the
that
Cellergize.
boom,
Yeah.
it's allergize.
I'm convinced of it. And again, I'm convinced of it when I have my 16, 18, and 25-year-olds who are like, peak performance. These guys are like, they're talking to David Schmidt about like, bench pressing type deal in Switzerland. And when they're saying, Mom, when they're marching up in the morning, grabbing the water with the Cellergize in it, we know we're onto something because they're like, we feel different drinking that stuff, Mom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and we take supplements over here. So we're not anti-supplement, but nothing makes us feel like Cellergize. So we're all in.
Yeah.
So that's it, you guys. Cellergize at Extra 9. Danusha, I love you. Thank you for hopping on and sharing. I love it. And we love chiropractors. For the record, we love chiropractors. We just want to see them less. So
yeah, I'll just go sometimes, just make sure all things are there.
Absolutely. And we'll see this couple on the next trip as well, because they win every trip. So
Every trip.
that's just how they roll. And if they're giving us incentive trips for free, we're going to do whatever it takes, because basically how you win them is you just help more people. So if you don't win the trips, that means you're not helping enough people. So it's a pretty easy solution. If you want to win the trips, help more people. That's it. And as soon as you help more people, you win the trip. I mean, my 18-year-old won it last time, so anybody can win the trips. All right, you guys, thank you for sharing. Danusha, I appreciate you getting on. Kind of last minute. All right, you guys, for all of you that are brand spanking new on here, you're like, wow, these people are pretty fired up. Yeah, that's how we roll. This is the energy that we function at. I'm going to take you on over to a quick flip chart. We're going to get through this bad boy in 10 minutes and get you off of here for the night. Thanks for joining us. If there was other testimonies on here tonight, we're going to see you next Thursday. If you were on here tonight to give your testimony, please, by all means, messenger me, and we will have you on certainly for next Thursday night, because we've got a slew of testimonies coming up next Thursday night, but we want yours too, because you know what, the most important story in the room is your story, right? All of us are going to Next Level August 8th through the 10th. We're going to be down there. If you've not registered yet, this is at convention.com. Talk about getting a vision for your life. By the way, I had Christina, David's wife, texting me today. This woman is texting me today and she's saying, any more guesses, Renita, before we announce it? I'm like, just tell me who the entertainment is already, lady. But anyway, so she's wonderful. Her and David are amazing human beings, but the conference is going to be science. It's going to be inspiration, motivation, education. It's going to be everything that you came for and more. Because of course they're giving at the end, they give a concert that is unbelievable. Last year it was Gwen Stefani and Maroon 5. This year, David said it's going to top that. So I'm going to tell you that the investment you make into your convention ticket in October is going to be minute compared to what you're going to get just even with listening to David Schmidt alone. He's my most favorite part of that convention, by the way. David Schmidt. Just give me David Schmidt. That's all I really need to see. So everything else is icing on the cake. But if you've not been patched, make sure you get back with the person who invited you on here tonight. That person is your sponsor. They will make sure that you get this patch at the wholesale pricing. I don't know about you, but I love to save money. So wholesale pricing is where it's at for me. As you've kind of probably gathered at this point, all LifeWave products are free from drugs, chemicals, or stimulants. We don't think that they're unnecessary in the world, but we want to do everything with phototherapy in our power to avoid taking drugs. That's who we are. So we don't claim to treat, cure, prevent disease, but we know the patch technology works. Many of you know I started with my aging mother. You guys, by the way, have you seen my mom? She's walking like a hurricane over here. When I say a hurricane, that means fast. At least over a half a mile every single day. Have you seen my mother? No stutter step. Gait is perfect. Unbelievable. I mean, it's like next level. This is the woman who 3 short years ago couldn't put a sentence together. She was 97 pounds, okay, wasting away. dwindling away. She hadn't lifted a finger in the kitchen in 2.5 years because her ability to do something without shaking was not there. And so long story short, that all changed within the first 11 days. That got us going on this patch. My mother and my father at 80 years young, this was his legs. I said to my dad, let's put a patch on you. He said, I thought it was for Parkinson's. I said, I have no idea what it's for. Tonight we learned it's for headaches. It's for pain. It's for horses. Right? So at the time, I didn't know what it was for. And I said, Dad, we should try it. And the picture you see on the right there, guys, is 24 hours later. My dad was a one patch wonder, much like Danusha. So when you have that happen, guess what? No matter how skeptical you are, when I saw that change with my dad overnight, and he was too, like the testimony we heard tonight where her husband said, looks like that sticker is working. My dad said to me the next morning, it looks like that sticker worked. Where do you think I can get some more of those stickers? So when people call the patch a sticker, it doesn't bother me. All that bothers me is that it's working and they're feeling better and I'm rejoicing. That gets me fired up. So we have a miracle inbox and I pray that for you as well. You don't have to be old and sick with conditions to use it. Like I said, our 16, 18, and 25-year-old are having miracle breakthroughs, peak performance with their bodies. I mean, they're recovering so fast at the gym. They're sleeping like lambs. They're putting on lean muscle. I mean, honestly, Rocco couldn't gain a pound before he started this patch. 3 years later, the kid is up like 50 pounds. It's crazy. So the bottom line is it helps you to gain lean mass, helps the cognition. You know why it helps you to gain lean mass? Because you sleep better. How many of you guys know when you're sleeping better, you heal? So that's what's going on. I told you earlier, David Schmidt has over 201 patents. He really is an amazing human being. I'll just tell you, he loves the Lord Jesus. He's an awesome Christian man, but he's very, very brilliant. And in 2008, he said, let's focus our attention on stem cell research. Took him 10 years, you guys, and $4.5 million to bring to market the X39. The company is 21 years old. It started with the Navy SEALs. So if you know a military person, you should pick up the phone when this is done tonight. Call your military friends. They all need the patch because we've seen great things with PTSD, a little bit like Danusha was talking about. But Navy SEALs started wearing the phototherapy technology, with energy enhancer, it's called. It's still in our back office 21 years ago. It worked. They had tremendous energy. All of a sudden, the Stanford swim team caught hold of it with Coach Richard Quick. This guy was world renowned for female athletics. And these women swimmers started breaking their own personal records in practice. They weren't even at a competition. They were literally breaking the records in practice. How crazy is that? I don't know if you guys know about like athletics, but most people don't break their records in practice. It's like meet day, right? Competition day, they break their records. And so he took 4 women to the Olympics that year. Amazing results. So again, it's not just for sick people, you guys, it's for those that want peak performance as well. Can you think of anyone right now that wants peak performance? And I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I can't even tell you right now the people that are coming on board with LifeWave. When you talk peak performance, it's these people. Okay. So again, you don't have to be sick before you want to get extremely well. Let me just say that again. You don't have to be sick before you want to get super healthy and well. Okay. And so your body is emitting light, and all we're doing is utilizing that light to reflect back into the body to activate peptides or antioxidants. That's what the patch technology does. There's 12 in your back office. They either activate a peptide or an antioxidant or both. Okay, that's what's going on here. So we don't use needles in this company. We use patches. It's so cool, right? That's why kids can use it. 97-year-olds can use it. Anybody can use it. All right. So like it says here, the patent literally says, as a result of elevating that copper peptide, GHKCU, activation of stem cells. For those of you that don't know, stem cells go to the weakest link. I love what Teresa Getz said recently. My friend Teresa, if you guys don't know Teresa, you ought to know her. Teresa Getz, awesome leader. She actually said, Renita, stem cells are the most intelligent cells of the human body. They're the most intelligent cells of the human body. They know where to go to do the repair. They don't call it disease names. Stem cells don't say, well, I'm going to the cancer. I'm going to the arthritis. I'm going to the migraine. They don't know disease names. All stem cells know is they're intelligent and they go to the weakest link in the body that needs help. That's what they do. Okay. So you don't have to come on here and ask about disease names. It's going to help everything. Okay. But I don't know what it's going to help first in your body because I don't know where the greatest need is. Right. But the stem cells do. Don't worry about it. Just put a patch on, keep patching, and everything that you're looking for is going to happen. Okay. For some, it takes a day. For some, it takes a week. For some, it takes 14 days. For some, it takes a year. Right. It doesn't matter. I'm not quitting the patches. There's plenty of bad habits that I have that I can quit. I'm not going to save money on something that's getting me younger. People say, how long do I have to wear it? You know, my question is, how long do I get to wear this thing? Right? That's the question of the hour. So if you want to learn more about the GHK copper peptide, I knew nothing about it when I started 3 years ago, but there was a medical doctor who did a Zoom much like this. He said, read this book. He held this book up. This is the cover of the book. This is the back cover of the book. Go buy this book on Amazon, 16 bucks. And it will literally tell you how the GHK copper peptide, which is activated by our X39 patch, repairs your damaged DNA. So there you have it. How many of you know that we all have damaged DNA? Raise your hand. All of us do. There's not one person on here that doesn't have damaged DNA. Any kind of inflammation. A pimple when you're 16 is damaged DNA. Everything is damaged DNA. So if there's something that we can do to restore and regenerate our DNA, I'm in. Okay, it's a big deal, you guys. So make sure that you get the book. There's over 101 clinical studies, over 201 clinical patents. The stem cells, again, according to the New England Journal of Medicine, is the #1 indicator of how healthy we are, how well we are, how healthy you are tonight. I see Brian on here, Doc Sorrell. I see Marcia. I see Deborah. According to these guys, the #1 indicator of how healthy you are and well you are is your stem cells. Pretty important number to increase, I would say. So a teenager has 1 billion of these things, but by age 30, and let me just say this, 30 is like young, it's like a baby. Okay, by age 30, you've got a 60% reduction of stem cell activity. By age 50, you've got a 75% reduction. My dad, at 80, he had a 95% reduction. I told him, I think you have less than that because you had chronic inflammation all those months, right? Guys, so think about this. There's power in patching right now because it's going to help reverse aging. So proprietary form of phototherapy, that means nothing's entering the body except for your own light. Let me say that again, nothing's entering the body except for your own light. It's just reflecting that own body light of yours to activate. There's nothing leaching into the skin. There's no chemicals. There's no herbs. There's no ingredients in the patch that are leaching into the skin. It's simply reflecting your own light. Non-invasive. You wear it 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Danusha was telling you she wore it nighttime hours. I did too, Danusha. Hey, that's the secret of the night. I was wearing it nighttime hours because I was not a good sleeper and I thought I need to sleep at night. Maybe I'll put this patch on, right? After I started sleeping better on the 4th day, I thought to myself, maybe now I can wear it during the day, not at night, because I'm sleeping again, right? So, but typically people start with wearing it during daytime hours. We love the Cellergize. I say, get on the Cellergize. If you're not on it tonight, that is what I definitely suggest for all of you. The patch will work better for you with your results. The benefits are endless. Hopefully you heard enough of those tonight. The brain power you get, Danusha, you gave a great example. Just the fact that you can cook, call, text, this, that, laundry, the dog, whatever, right? You can do everything all at once, says a lot, because I'll tell you what, for a while, my cognition was getting a little slow or it was slipping, right? And I'm pretty sharp. I consider myself to be like kind of a sharp person. But when I see what the patch actually does, look at this diagram, you guys, look at this visual. This woman who was a fitness instructor, look at all the red inflammation going on in her brain. She started patching. Look at 3 weeks later, not an ounce of red. Okay, we should be running after our friends that have cognition problems, like sprinting after them. So I love the story tonight of the 97-year-old patching and the tremors going away. I love that story because I'm like, listen, we all need the brain power, okay? So again, the longer we wear it, the better it's gonna get. This is not anti-aging, it's age reversal. We're here for it all. I'm not here saying, I only want health, I don't wanna make money. I wanna make a ton of money. Are you kidding me? Give me the money. Why? Money buys you options in life. Money buys you adventures with your family. Money buys you options with your health that the healthcare industry or the medical community is not covering on insurance, right? We don't even want to use insurance. We want to use money to take care of ourselves, right? Get the massage, get whatever you need, right? So the bottom line is we are here for freedom. Our team is about freedom and 1 million miracles. Say it with me. 1 million miracles. 1 million miracles. I'm going to start asking people when I come across them, how many miracles do you think you can contribute? I mean, are you into 5? Or maybe you got 20 that you can maybe add to the pot, right? Like, we're looking for the miracle makers, the people that want to get out there and make a difference because they're influencing people's lives. So again, the stem cell industry is huge. Peptides are huge right now. All of these industries are hundreds of billions of dollars. Let me tell you this, there's nothing in the entire world right now that is a technology that is a phototherapy patch, non-invasive, less than $100 a month, that's activating a peptide that activates your stem cells. We are the only company in the world that's doing that. We have zero competition. This is not another nutraceutical. We're not selling another collagen. We're not selling another weight loss product. We are selling miracles. If you wonder what we're selling over here, miracles. Because I don't know what the patch is going to do for you. I just know it's going to create a miracle in your body, right? So I'm not exactly sure yet, but let us know when it happens because we want to hear about it. So remember, the company is a 21-year-old company. We're available in over 75 countries. The game changer for the company was the X39 patch. Again, David Schmidt has 12 patches in our back office. They're all fabulous because he's fabulous and he's a genius. But guess what? We always lead with X39. Why? Because that is the patch that creates the greatest result for the greatest amount of people. Okay. And when they launched that, you can see what happened to the company. It went from 20 million to 320 million to 430 million to over 600 million. This is predicted to be the first $1 billion year with LifeWave. And you're part of it because you're helping to create 1 million miracles. So we're #1 in momentum growth worldwide. We actually are the #1 growth company in all of direct sales globally. They choose from thousands of companies, by the way. We're #1. How does it feel to be #1? Hello. And then we won it in 2024 and 2025 because we had over 3,000% growth both years. It's kind of a big deal. We are the sweetheart of direct sales. Everybody from all over the world is looking at our company because the miracles are relentless and the money is unbelievable. Okay. So I encourage you, start sharing because you care. Just like Trina Arneson said, why does she get in the dually and drive 2 hours to do a meeting in South Dakota where there's people? Because she cares. She wants to talk to these people. She wants to see their reaction in the face. She wants to patch them to get them out of pain, right? And when you do that, your business, you'll get a massive bonus. I mean, she had to have 30% increase in her overall business to get that bonus. I'll tell you what, Trina, between you and me, when the new comp plan 2.0 comes out, you're making a lot of money. Get ready, baby. That's going to be called a pay raise for you. So there's 6 ways of earning right now. There's about to be 9 on August 4th. The 6 were fabulous. The 6 were out of this world. The 6 were more money than anybody is making anywhere. And now they're going to increase it to 9 because David Schmidt said, my relationship to the brand partners, to the distributors is sacred. He said, it's a sacred relationship, which means I want them to win. I want them to have generational health with their families. And I want them to have generational wealth with you. Is your boss saying to you at your day job, I want you to have generational health and I want you to have generational wealth? My boss is. My boss is saying, we want your boys to win. We want your boys to be the healthiest on the planet. We want your family to be financially literate and successful. Are you kidding? This is who we get to do this business with. This is not a have-to operation over here. I get to get up every day and do this. The other night I did meetings until like 1 in the morning because I get to. I get to deal with people from all over the world that are growing their businesses all over the world. Why? Because I want everybody to win with their health. I don't think anybody needs to be reliant on the drug system. I want everyone to be winning with their health. We just got to introduce them to a brand new way of living called regenerative medicine with phototherapy because they just are used to taking drugs. So now we got to get them off the drug train and get them on the phototherapy train, right? So Core, Advanced, Premium, those are the 3 packs you can get started with. Talk to who invited you on here tonight. They've got an exact website that you need to go to. Okay, go to their website. The reason they invited you on here is they love you. They love you. That's why they got you on this meeting. They don't hate you. They love you. They want you to win. They want you to be pain-free. They want you to get off the drugs. They want you to have a new way of living your life, like all these stories you heard tonight. And they also know that, hey, if you love it, you might share it with a couple next door neighbors, a couple coworkers, right? Because everybody's praying for health right now. So get started. The Core pack for $295, Advanced pack for $535. If you're really serious, you just got to ask yourself, how many people do I want to help? And if you're making a list right now, if I had say, hey, put a pen to paper, write down everybody you know that needs this patch. And after you're done doing that, if you have over 3 people, then you might want to do the premium pack. I'm just saying, because that gives you the most patches for the least amount of money. But again, Talk to invited you on here. As soon as you launch your website, what happens is you sign up with the core, the advanced, or the premium. $295, $535, $1750. As soon as you do that, you get your own free website. You get your own free app. Now you can keep it to yourself. You can hide it under a bushel basket, or you can share it with the world. It's totally up to you. Okay, guys? I choose to share it with the world because I've not seen anything like this in my whole life. And I'm looking and feeling 20 years younger than I did 3 years ago. So I better tell people, because I don't want anyone saying to me, well, you didn't tell me. I mean, I tried to, right? But either you want to get younger and feel better, or you want to look like an old gray mare. I mean, you get to choose at this point. So once you get started, you got your website, you got your app, and then there's 6 ways of earning currently. So the product introduction bonus, when someone goes to your website, now they're going to go to your website because you signed up with your wholesale pack of patches. You're going to get a bonus when they go to your website and order 35, 75, or 405. That's your bonus. That's one of the ways of earning. The next ways of earning are team commissions. You've got a right leg and a left leg. And just think of it as like you've got a right team and a left team. Your first goal, your very first goal is to sponsor 2 people on your left, 2 people on your right. Can you all think of 4 people right now? Just take out your cell phone, look at the last 4 people that texted you or called you. How about them? They loved you to text you or call you, call them. Say, listen, I'm onto something. Check out this website. thisisit.info.com. We're about to get better, feel better, look younger, and help others. And we're going to make some money doing this, right? You sponsor 2 right, 2 left. As soon as you do that, you start earning team commissions. You can earn all the way up to $25,000 per week. We have numerous people on This Is It team. We have over 320 people that are SPD. They had to create new ranks. Nobody had any goals anymore because they were all sitting at SPD. They had to create new ranks. That's why the new comp plan launches August 4th. There's 9 ways of earning it instead of 6, and there's 12 ranks instead of what we have now. They had to make more ranks so that people had some goals to go get. Matching bonus, another way to earn. When you sponsor somebody, they're your first level leadership. You're going to get a 25% check match if they start building that binary. Okay. Second line leadership, you're going to get a 20% check match. So maybe you sponsored a friend who sponsored a friend who sponsored a friend. That means that person is a 3rd level leadership. You're getting a 20% check match what they're doing on their binary. You are paid to help people win. You know how the world, business, jobs are cutthroat. They don't want somebody to get the job because they want the job. And it's just like this whole thing, right? Over here, I want Danusha. I want Trina Arndt. I want all of these people that spoke tonight flying by us, making more money than we're earning, because if they're making more money, it means they're helping more people. You cannot make more money here unless you're helping a lot of people. If you say, I don't want to help people, don't worry, we'll make any money. Okay. I want to help 1 million people. That's what the Lord put on my heart 8 years ago. 1 million people. He gave me the number. All right, guys, you can make retail profit. When people go to your website, they just become a customer. They have a 90-day money back guarantee. You're making $50 if they order X39. What a deal, right? They're getting healthy. You're making money. And of course, these trips that they offer are out of this world. They'll be announcing the next trip just in like 2 weeks here now. So get ready for it, guys. I expect that we will have over 180 people on the next free incentive trip. We had 92 on the last one. I'm expecting at least double down on that, over 180 on the next one. I'm going to tell you, we're pretty fun. Like we were like teaching like salsa. I mean, we just had a lot of fun together. I'm just going to tell you, we are a fun crew. If you like joy, if you like laughter, you like fun, this is the place to be. There's more ways of earning. We're not going to get into tonight. Decide which package is right for you, the core, the advanced, or the premium. Get off this. Don't wait a second. Go talk to the person that invited you on here tonight. Get started immediately with one of those wholesale packs to save the most money. Do not do retail. We want you saving money, right? Do you want to save money? I want to save money. Okay. Core, advanced, or premium. That's one of the packages. Decide what's right for you. If you're questioning some of the other patches, we do have a great 12-minute video that explains all those other patches. With that being said, it's been a great night. The best is yet to come. May the Lord bless you, keep you and shine his face upon all of you. Hey, thank you for all the great contribution last minute for all the leaders that hopped on tonight. Gosh, I appreciate you guys. But I realized when I posted that, we've got 20 more. We've got the next 7 weeks covered with testimonies because everybody's got such a phenomenal, life-changing miracle. When you get off tonight, I want you to ask yourself, how many miracles do I want to bring in of that million? Maybe you say, I want to bring in 1,000. Anita, I got 500 miracles I'm going to bring in myself. How many miracles? Have you ever thought to yourself, what if I put my hand to something and it creates 1,000 miracles? How amazing would that be for you and your family? I mean, amazing, right? So that's what I want you guys to start thinking. May the Lord bless you. Have a great night. Thanks everybody for your contribution. We will see you on Sunday for our third night of our 9-week series. It's going to be awesome. Don't miss it. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.